You're watching E.T.N, where we don't do news, we just talk entertainment. Share and subscribe.
Before I get started on all these topics, I wanted to start off by talking about the channel. As you guys know, I've been running this channel since late 2013. And, well, Godzilla made this channel very, very popular in the early years. And I'm very, very happy about that. I'm a huge Godzilla fan. A lot of you know that. I have been watching Godzilla since I was a little 3-year-old and have been watching ever since. And one of my greatest joys when I started doing this YouTube channel, is learning that there are so many other Godzilla fans out there. And with that said, obviously Godzilla comes and goes. You know, he goes in surges, and then he kind of dies down a little bit, and then he kind of resurges again. No pun intended for the Shin Gojira movie. And I have, on this channel, I've gotten to a point where I was feeling like, well, if I don't have anything to talk about in regards to Godzilla, then I have no videos to do. It took me a little while to really kind of remember what motivated me to start this channel. And what motivated me is just the fact that I love entertainment. I love the escapism of it all. You guys know I'm a family man. I got 2 kids, my wife. I work, and when I work hard. And I love coming to watch a movie or watch a TV show, play a video game, and just get away from the daily grind, the monotony of what real life has to offer. And with the surge in popularity with Godzilla, along with the growth of my channel at the time, I kind of lost that direction so much. And I'm at the point now where I want to kind of get back to what I really wanted to do with this channel originally. And it's taken a while because it almost means, number one, starting fresh, and number 2, possibly alienating the majority of the viewers who watch my videos. But you know what? That's okay, because there are many other forms of entertainment that I love that are not Godzilla related. And that doesn't mean that Godzilla will never have a home here. Obviously he will. But I will say he will never have a home here like he did before. And I want to make that very clear from the outset of this new podcast episode. We're starting fresh. And I want people to know that Godzilla will always have videos done here, but it will never be like it was back in the day. And I want to make that very clear, and I want to be very forthcoming. Everything regarding entertainment will be discussed on this channel going forward. And where I can do reviews, I will. But I am not going to review anything I have no interest in, and I'm not going to follow the trends. I am going to do this because I love it. I'm going to talk about shows and movies that I am interested in and that I enjoy. And I will likely not be following any kind of trend or nothing will be motivated because it's the popular thing. If I don't like it, I don't like it. And if I don't like it, I won't be talking about it. With that said, let's get into Godzilla. So let's talk some Godzilla news, huh? Yep, so what do we have for Godzilla vs. Kong in terms of news? Well, to be quite honest, absolutely nothing. And that's just how I want to start and set the tone here. Sorry, Godzilla. Sorry about that. Absolutely nothing to talk about Godzilla, so let's move on. I want to start by talking about the Xbox Series S. First, before we even start, let's watch this trailer for the Xbox Series X that they released earlier today. And let's see what you guys think about that. It's about a 1:34-second trailer. For those of you who might listen to this on audio only.
Let me hear you. If you're ready for the brand new thing.
Well, that's the new look. I gotta say, I know a lot of people are probably not gonna like that design. What is that? I mean, obviously that's where I guess the heat will vent out. Next gen performance, all digital gaming experience, next gen frame rates up to 120. Controller is always good. Xbox usually makes good controllers. High quality games. Optimized for next gen. All right. So, all right. So Microsoft is the first to drop the prices for their system. So interesting enough, here's the thing. Now, what we know about the Xbox Series S so far is that, as far as I know, up to the point of this recording and this episode, the only thing the only thing we know so far that it's not going to have is a media drive. Now, the Xbox Series X is going to be $499.99. I think that's a fine price point for this generation. However, the Xbox Series S is going to be $299.99. And I can tell you right now, that $200 is not the media. The media is not that expensive. You know, the basically the CD-ROM, the blue disc ROM, is not going to be a value of $200. So I'm interested to see what exactly are they dropping here. Now, it does say here a custom 512 gigabyte solid state drive. Earlier reports before this dropped was saying that it was still going to have a terabyte. So maybe that's where they also cut some cost, a smaller solid state drive. Is it possible that a smaller SSD and media could run them a $200 savings at retail? I'm not sure. But I would suspect that if they're going to run this as a digital media console, strictly digital games, then it's going to have everything else that the other system has. It is smaller. A lot of people are probably going to complain, if they haven't already, about how the system looks. I, for one, don't care. I don't care how a system looks, because chances are when I attach it to my TV and I connect it and I set everything up, I'm not going to see the machine except when I put a disc in it. So I don't really care how it looks, but I know there's some people that matters to them. That's fine. I can see this one being heavily criticized, as was the Xbox Series X. So, but the price point is good, I think. I think it's a fair price point. Question is, will PlayStation match that price point? They have to. They would have to. I can't see PlayStation going no more than $100 more, because maybe people, I believe after this generation and the fact that pretty much every Xbox game tends to come out on PC, and considering that Sony tends to, at least last generation, and I'm assuming leading into this one, have had the advantage when it comes to either getting exclusives or 6-month early exclusives, that type of thing. So it'll be interesting to see how Sony responds. I feel if Sony responds with the same price point, they'll probably win this generation again. If they respond with a little higher price point, which I have a feeling they are, then it'll be a closer race. For those who care. I don't. I won't buy an Xbox, not because I don't like Xbox or Microsoft, but simply because most of their games come out on PC. I'm a PC enthusiast. I play a lot of my games on PC, and I always have preferred Sony, but I have owned a Sony and an Xbox in the past, and I'm not against doing it again, but if I can get most of Microsoft games on a PC, then I'm always going to go with PC first. So just my preference. I'm not saying PC Master Race or anything. My world, I would own all the consoles. It just doesn't make sense for me to own an Xbox right now when their games come out on PC and I can just get it there. So